Good afternoon. So, what I want to talk to you all about today is dialectics. So, I know a lot of people are like, what the heck is that about? So, dialectics comes from this evidence based practice in therapy known as DBT, or Dialectical Behavioral Therapy. This was created by just the brilliant Marsh Linehan, and this treatment is often focused on people um, that have overwhelming mood disorders and personality disorders, so one of which is borderline personality disorder. Now, although I've been trained in DBT, I am not certified and won't pretend to be, okay? However, I do want to focus on this idea of dialectics. Okay? So, what dialectics say is that essentially two opposing thoughts can both be true. I know, a lot of people are confused, so I'm going to say it one more time. Dialectics says that two opposing thoughts can both be true. A common barrier to understanding this concept, and believe me, a lot of people struggle with this concept, is because a lot of times people get stuck in absolutes and black and white thinking. All right, it's either this or it's that. It's either good or it's bad. Right? You're either right or you're wrong. But sometimes it's not so black and white. So dialectics, again, takes a step back and says you can have two opposing thoughts that can both be true. So let's play this out in a couple of examples. One of the examples that I love to give when I have parents especially is, okay, so your kid is acting a fool, right? We're in quarantine, kids can't go anywhere. So I'm sure some parents out there have been getting in work. You hear me? All right. Now, my own personal experience, it wasn't uncommon that my mom might make a comment along the lines of, I love you so much. I'm so happy you're my kid. I love being your mom. Love you. And a little bit later, say, if you don't get out of my face, all right, Party Up by DMX was often played in the house when mom was feeling a type of way, right? So a dialectical statement would be, I love you so much. I would give you my kidney in this moment. And at the same time, you need to get out of my face because I want to throw you. Right? So when I would work with children, really what they would hear is, but. I love you so much, but I can't stand you. Get out of my face. Well, dialectics says, well, both can be true. I love you so much, and you're getting on my nerves. Right? So let me play this out in another example, because I see it all the time, especially with couples. And again, I'm not a couples therapist. I mainly work with individuals. However, when I have done couples work, it was not uncommon that I would have someone come in and say, I just need some space, right? I need them to give me some space. And then we work a little bit, they come back in and they're like, they gave me space. I'm like, cool, what's the problem? They gave me space. Both were true. I want time to myself, I need some alone time, and I want you here. Right? So let's take this a step forward, because a step farther, because I've done this with my wife. Right? She is awesome and amazing. However, if I've had a hard day, right, I might need 10-15 minutes alone in another room or whatnot. But in that 10 minutes when I'm alone, I'm like, man, I wonder what my lady's doing. Maybe I should go downstairs. Right? Because although I need and would like my alone time, I also would like to have time with my wife right now. Both are true. So part of it is being able to acknowledge that two opposing things can both be true. Right? The next step is figuring out, how to integrate it, right, to have a more functional daily life. But again, I am not certified in DBT, so I'm going to take a step back from that. So for those of you who find yourself saying, but sometimes I feel like a hypocrite, right? Because I tell someone that I want this, but then I realize I don't actually want that, but I kind of still want this at the same time. Both are true, right? That's why I laugh at this idea of being a hypocrite. A lot of people are hypocrites. Why? Because you're human. Right? You are a human, and to be human means that you are a simply complicated individual. And I had that said to me once by a colleague, a brilliant coworker of mine, and that's always stuck with me, because that is probably the best way to describe the human condition. We are all simply complicated individuals, and this idea of dialectics really brings that out. So in this next week, go ahead and look at some of the opposing thoughts that you might struggle with. Because the first part of it is just recognizing, right? Being aware. And then after you're aware, taking that next step. So again, thank you for your time today. I hope this made sense. If you enjoyed the content and you want to get more information through these videos, please go ahead and subscribe. If you have questions or concerns, please go ahead and drop me a comment. And definitely, if you would like to learn more about DBT as a whole, go ahead and type in Marsh Linehan DBT in a search engine and go ahead and take your pick. There's wonderful information out there. Okay, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put a link at the bottom of this video right now. So thank you again. Please take care of yourselves. Peace and love.